How does your solution improve oral health and overall health? And as much as you can quantify the outcomes your solution drives as possible too.
We are redefining dentistry by driving precision care chairside, helping to answer the problem that many patients have every day, which is why did one dentist tell me one thing and another dentist tells me something else? And one dentist brings up a crown or Invisalign and the other doesn't talk about it. So when it comes to how this problem is leading to major lost revenues for a dental business, but huge negative outcomes for patients because it's depending on the clinician's ability to be able to look at how they assess that patient and bring their knowledge and ability and experience to that interaction. And it's that when we talk about how we tie into improving overall health and systemic health, and what you were showing again, Maria, it's that how do we bring the mind and the wisdom of 1,000 dentists to every interaction, standardize the assessment process. So we're looking at everything holistically on that patient, from medical history to all dental findings, and directly engaging with the patient throughout their entire wellness journey, so that we can understand, why does this one patient need that crown today? The other, we can watch that cracked tooth. And when it comes to systemic health, medical risk, sleep apnea, inflammatory disease, these are all key aspects of our solution. So now you could have a new graduate clinician or somebody who's been practicing for 30 years, or a dental assistant or hygienist, all following the same way to assess that patient and making sure we can drive precision protocols to help that patient. Driving risk reduction, early intervention, and prevention is really the key. As you shared, these are things that we're spending trillions of dollars on. And if we can tackle these things earlier, then we're helping patients and bettering the system as a whole.
We are really looking to find the solutions that are built to scale and that would have that transformative impact. So when your solution is at scale, it's widely adopted at scale, what's the impact you would see on patients, care teams, education, and or payers? Some of these segments may not be part of your customer group, but we're making this harder now. It's only 60 seconds. And so what is the impact? What is the change you would enable in the ecosystem for any of those segments when your solution is widely adopted?
I think we've chosen to address that question and the adoption piece from two angles. One is driving precision care. So as I shared earlier, how do we really remove clinician bias, ensure that we can help any dentist, any clinician unlock the needs of the patient the right way when the patient's right in the chair? So how do we make sure we look at everything from full medical health, all the dental findings that we scrub, and the data that we pull from the practice management software to guide optimal treatment planning for the patient? The second big piece there is adoption. We're the clinical AI solution that is involving the patient directly through the journey. So the patient gets this the moment they sit up in the operatory. We hit one button, the patient gets this in the palm of their hands, and they get to see an overall wellness score that guides them to care. So how does that impact the patient's ability now to go to their physician, talk to their physician about something that's going on in their health, or their inflammatory markers were up, or so on? So that's really the big way that we're addressing that. We're capturing end-to-end data all the way from history to examination to what is an optimal plan, what does a dentist actually plan, to what's recommended, what a patient accepts, and build and reimburse. So that whole piece has tremendous impact to insurance, education, research, you name it.
What is the one thing that you need to reach that exponential impact in your organization? Or what is the one ask you have from our audience? You can't answer both questions. It needs to be one sentence or one word.
For us, I'm going to say it's accelerating integrations. Like our users, we've launched with Patterson Dental Canada. People want to see everything in one place, and having that accelerated integration. There's amazing people on this company. We're not doing imaging. We're doing everything else. How do we help serve our end users better?